time on those games because you want to learn them, get real good at them, learn where to hit the ball and that thing. So, why we think, I got to have hundreds of them. That's not the case.
Yeah, I hear you. I just hit the go live button here, so we're gonna give it a minute or so, let Richie come back, and of course, let some folks join, and we'll get everything underway.
So, what's been going on in your side of the world there?
It's been interesting how with what's going on. It's been where people have been. The cases like doubled. You know what I mean? They like doubled overnight. So it's getting kind of scary here in Arizona. So, but yeah. For folks just tuning in, we're getting our final setup, waiting on Richie grabbing a few things, and of course we're going to do our introductions, and we're going to get the show started proper here in just a minute.
What up, Eric?
Eric's here. Hi, Eric. We love using this format because we can share everything.
What up, Wolfenose?
What's up, Jordan? Wolfenose is in the house. What's up, Wolfenose? Love Wolfenose. Love his images on those Raspberry Pi.
Eminem, what up?
Oh man, the whole crew's coming. We love it. We love it when the whole crew comes and joins the party. And we got Rex.
I checked out the Rexer's quiz show. It was last week or the week before. And I didn't do too bad. I still got whipped, but I didn't do too bad.
Well, he's doing it again today, and we're definitely going to hype it as well. Rex, don't let me forget in the comments as well, because we kind of go crazy. Pinball, you talk about the Well Played Toys game yet? Not yet, Scotty, but we might be able to fit that in this episode.
Yeah, Rex, it's getting crazy here, and
Michigan's getting bad. Okay, we're starting to. I think we're ready. Richie, you all set?
All set, my man.
All right, we're going to go ahead and do the intros. Let me find everything. All right, Carl, you ready to do your legendary intro?
What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love, P-Dub, and Richie with a live show.
Let's do it. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. This is what today is today. It is March 29th, and you are tuning into the Loft Report, your arcade and gaming podcast show. Joining me, as always, is my partner in crime, Detroit Love. Hello, Detroit.
What up, everybody?
We have a super awesome guest star in the house. That's right, the king of arcades, Richie Knucklez. What's up? Love having this guy on. Do us a favor, guys. Make sure, as always, you subscribe to PDubs Arcade Loft on YouTube, as well as Detroit Love on YouTube. And don't forget, the Loft Report Arcade and Gaming Podcast is available on all of your favorite podcast listening platforms. We are on Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, you name it. Search the Loft Report. You will find it. And I hope you support the podcast. We've actually, due to your support, we have obtained our first sponsor from the Lore Party. So you'll hear their commercials during our mid-rolls. Very excited. Thanks so much for supporting the podcast, guys. I greatly, greatly appreciate you guys tuning in to just the audio version. But for folks live, we love doing these live shows as well. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. And wow, the comments are coming in super fast. I'm going to have a hard time keeping up with them. So anyway, guys, so we wanted to bring Richie on. And we do have some arcade news to talk about. But honestly, it's just some basic stuff. Arcade 1-Up has had some negative feedback on their Burger Time cabinet with the control schemes and things of that nature. Well, happy to report they've announced, I think it was last time on the Retro Buzz, that they are working on a fix. So I don't know what that means. Carl, do you think that means because we have a cabinet that has a mixture of 8-way and 4-way games, that means they're just going to come up with a restrictor gate you can change on the fly? Is that the solution you think they're going to be coming up with?
Yeah, I mean, unless they're saying they're going to fix the ones that still haven't shipped yet, I couldn't see that happening. So, because those things got to be already packed and in transit, so they would have to do something to what you're playing there.
Yeah,
and it's not a hard thing to do. You unscrew the 4 things and pop it on. So,
yeah,
probably a solution.
Yeah, Richie, would love your expertise here. If you have an arcade cabinet that has a mixture of 4-way and 8-way games, and you wanted to find a way to kind of flip the controls to be able to switch in between the games. Would love your feedback on what do you think would be a great solution for Arcade 1-Up on this Burger Time cabinet that they're getting some negative press on.
I have one right here.
Oh, here we go, guys. This is why we got him on.
It is available by a company called Ultimark. It's a 8-way, 4-way, switchable from the top of the panel. Basically, on the joysticks, there's just a little switch, and you switch it, and it changes restrictor plates from 4-way to 8-way and 8-way to 4-way back. From the top of the panel, you don't have to open up and go underneath. It's from the top.
Oh, that would be a great solution because I don't think people want to tear apart their control decks.
Ultimark.com. I did have it like handy a few minutes ago. I was just looking at it, but I don't know where I put it. But it's called Ultimark.com, and they sell them, and it's a 4-way, 8-way from the top of the panel. It's called.
Okay.
I have two different brands. One is mechanical, and the other one is just done with magnets. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
That does sound cool. And I think that would be, do you think that's cost effective? How much do you think that costs? Just a couple of bucks?
For the joystick is probably like $50 to $100. I'm not sure, but I'll find one when we talk about something that I'm not involved in.
Yeah.
I'll go look for it and I'll find it and we'll put it on and show it.
Sure. Absolutely.
And Ultimark is the same company that we were able to get the joystick, the plunger on the Toy Shock to work. So that's the same company.
They're out of England.
Yeah. Yeah. When I ordered, and I'm surprised too, when I ordered my Aimtrack light gun from them, they shipped it DHL. It's coming from overseas. I figured I wouldn't get it for a few weeks. I had it within like 3 or 4 days.
They're the best. Ultimark, I've been buying stuff from them for going on 15 years.
Yeah. Love it. So, not a lot going on there with Arcade 1-Up, just some Burger Time news, and we're waiting for them to release more information. However, for you folks out there, I recommend you check out the Blockade Podcast run by one of my buddies, Jared Morgan. He actually had Mark from Zen Studios on, and they posted on YouTube their podcast episode with Mark from Zen Studios. And if you watch, it's about an hour long. And about 30 minutes in, they start talking about Arcade 1-Up getting into pinball and their partnership with Arcade 1-Up. And they gave some great behind-the-scenes information on that podcast. So you guys definitely want to check out the Blockade, BLAHCADE podcast on YouTube. And you guys might enjoy what you hear about Zen Studios' partnership with Arcade 1-Up. When it comes to some of the other companies, we have At Games had released their light guns, and their light guns have kind of come out to mixed reviews. Some folks are struggling getting them up and running with the light gun support. Some folks are not. It definitely seems like a lot of their firmware updates, there are going to be areas of improvement. And I can tell you from personal experience, a lot of the old games like Exidy games and stuff like that, those are running really well on that cabinet. When you're trying to play a little bit more of the modern, I mean, they're not modern, but more modern than Exidy, like your Terminator 2s, your Aliens, those games, you have to find the right ROM, and sometimes the calibration can be a little dicey. But this is something that At Games is looking to improve as they continue to improve on that particular product.
Now, how are you liking the At Games? Do you find yourself playing? Is that your main go-to cabinet days?
Me right now, yeah, I've spent so much time on my At Games right now. It's crazy, and I feel bad because my Arcade 1-Ups are collecting dust in my loft. However, a couple days ago, I sat out there and I hopped on my Marvel Limited Edition cabinet and I played The Punisher from start to finish, and I had a blast. And I got to give it to Arcade 1-Up. The Marvel Limited Edition cabinet is a fantastic cabinet. So it's so much.
That Marvel is a beautiful cabinet. The artwork is just nice, really nice. Nice job on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. So, we're here for Richie, man. I mean, all this other arcade news can wait. So by all means, guys, let's all say hi to Richie Knucklez, the king of arcades. How you doing there, buddy?
I'm great. I've noticed a lot. I'm recognizing a lot of the names in their chat. So we do know a lot of the same people.
Yes. What I love is that we have a fantastic arcade gaming community, and we just love seeing the same names on our shows, commenting on YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff. So we got some comments here to chat. Oh, and by the way, folks, if you have questions for Richie, by all means, put them in the comments. That way we can get you on the screen here. And by all means, let's make this an interactive episode. We definitely want you guys to be able to interact with Richie while he's taking time out of his day for us.
So,
go ahead.
A while back, when Sean, the guy who made the King of Arcades, the movie, he remember the Garbage Pail Kids? Remember that?
Oh yeah, I love them.
So he hired one of the original artists, a guy named Joe Simcoe, to make the cover, and there's the original cover.
Yes.
That is the first 5,000 copies that he made, and that's supposed to be me, Billy Mitchell, and Walter Day are in the little boxes over there, all right? So this is my copy I got when everybody signed it. Well, they sold the first 5,000 copies. Sean said, you know what? I wasn't really all that keen on the Garbage Pail Kid art. Let's do another cover. And the second 5,000 run, if you look, throw it on up if you can. I don't have a copy on my sitting here, but you have it like really quick.
Oh, you're talking about this right here?
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, so that's the second cover, which I like a lot better.
I want to see the pose. We all want to see the pose. You got to do it. You're in the perfect spot. There you go. The King of Arcades. So for now, if any of you have not watched it, it is actually, let me get that off of there. It is actually on Amazon Prime right now. So if you have an Amazon Prime account, by all means, you can watch the episode for free, or not the episode, the documentary film. And it is a fantastic, fantastic story. I watched it again last night to make sure I was well prepared for having you on as a guest. And I enjoyed it. How long did it take you guys to actually film that documentary? Can you tell us a little story about that documentary?
Well, first off, I didn't do anything other than just let this guy follow me around with the camera. It is a story that he told he originally came to the Kong-Loft, the first original Kong-Loft #1, and said, we have got to document this. So he started filming. 3 years later, my life just imploded upon itself. I got divorced. The arcade was doing fantastic. And then before I got divorced, my ex-wife asked me to close the arcade to spend more time with the family because she got a promotion. Like I had said before, she's very important. She's the CEO of a hospital. And the story that happened in my real life to him was more important or more interesting than the actual Donkey Kong World Championships that we were doing all across the country. We were, in that span, we were in Denver, we were in Pittsburgh, we were in New Jersey, and now, believe it or not, we're all the way to Australia now. But that is Sean basically making a movie out of following me around with a camera for 3 years. I didn't do anything other than just let him film me every day. Call me up. Hey, what are you doing today? XYZ. Can I film it? Yeah, come on over.
Now, Richie, 3 years is an awfully long time.
Yeah.
At some point when he called you and said, hey man, we're coming over Saturday, were you like, dude, it's been 2 years. Like, are you done? Did you ever panic at all?
No, because things were getting so crazy. And he didn't tell the dramatic side of the story. He made it half arcade history, the other half bits and pieces of what I was doing, very subliminal, like not really telling exactly what was going on behind the scenes. If I was the one behind the editing, it would have been a much different movie. Would have had the drama. It would have had me getting into fistfights with cops. It would have had exactly what was going on. I went to the Smithsonian, got kicked out of the Smithsonian because I was going to fight the curator's husband.
What happened there? Can you tell that story a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
I want to hear that.
So Billy Mitchell and Walter Day and I were invited to see the Smithsonian had this thing called The History of the Video Game. And we were invited there to do a presentation. And by the way, on Sunday when I do my auction, I'll have posters from that event for sale.
Okay.
And Billy and Walter on the stage, and now Walter Day has on a referee jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Mitchell has on his American flag tie, and the curator was sitting next to my wife in the front row, and she says, "Who are these two clowns up on the stage?" Now, this is the curator of the museum. And I lean to her, and this is the Smithsonian now, and I lean to her and I go, "Those are your guests. I heard you. I heard what you said." And she got all disheveled and all that. So it was St. Patrick's Day. Just happened to be on St. Patrick's Day. So I had about 4 green beers in me. Now, for the next, I don't know, 2 hours, I was pissed off and I was talking to people and saying, "That C word, she freaking called blah, blah, blah clowns. You know, they're supposed to be the guests of the event here. You know, they didn't even get paid, came just to come and sign autographs because the King of Kong of Fistful Quarters had just released. So they were garnering a lot of attention. They were, autographs up the wazoo. And this woman is calling them clowns behind their back. So I didn't know, but her husband was following me around and listening to me because I was creating a buzz, you know?
Right.
And he comes up to me. Now, don't forget, I'm a little bit, I feel good. I'm feeling good. So he comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, excuse me." He taps me. Now, I don't know who he is, mind you. I only know the woman. I don't know what her husband looks like. I don't know who this guy is. And he taps me on the shoulder and he goes, "Hey, you want to go outside?" And it was cold out. And I go, "No, not really." And he says, "Yeah, that's what I thought." And I go, "What?" And he goes, "You want to go outside?" I go, "Oh, wait. You mean outside? You want to go outside?" And I started yelling. I go, "Yeah, I'll go outside." And I got really loud in my bellowing voice. And the cops were on us like,
oh my God. That's epic.
2 cops escorted me outside, threw me outside. The guy that asked me to go outside didn't come outside. He hid inside. Right. And I'm out in front all pissed off, saying, "What the freak? I get kicked out of this? Whatever." And, I'm trying to keep it clean. I don't know.
Right.
So my ex-wife comes outside, and wife at the time, and she's like, "That was interesting. That was good. I hope Sean got that on film." And when the cop was a very tall African-American gentleman. And when he grabbed me by the back of the neck, I actually pushed him back. I went, like, "Don't touch me. Get your hands off me." And he fell backwards. So I was hoping that got on video, but I don't know. Sean, he never even included it in the video.
Oh, man. Well, we got a comment here in the feed from Scotty Hollywood. He wants to know if you're going to release a director's cut with these deleted scenes included.
Yeah, there are a lot of scenes on the DVD that the one that you showed. Not this one, but the other one. There's deleted scenes in that. Yeah, in that one. There's a lot of deleted scenes in that one. That's really good. I made them put them in.
All right, guys, make sure you find this DVD for some deleted scenes. You might be able to see some of the stuff here that Richie's letting us in on. Pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. And at the time, I was in shape, and I was fighting and boxing and doing all my regimen for exercise. So I was pretty. Yeah, I was a little bit of a loose cannon at the time.
Yeah. Do you feel you're calmer, more settled down now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm on Zoloft or whatever the hell they put down.
Oh,
that was part of the divorce. They made me go on anger management shit.
So Mark Walsh in the comments, he wrote here, he's going to go rewatch the documentary after hearing your firsthand account. So there you go.
So Richie, Carl, the all you can play business. I did check out your website yesterday. How's that work?
We have about 100 games, 25 pinballs, 75 arcade games. You walk in, you pay $10 an hour or $20 for all night, and everything's on free play. Okay. And that's every weekend. But of course, right now with the coronavirus, we're closed for now. Okay. Of course.
Yeah. How do you feel being closed? Let's say you're closed for several months, because we don't know when that's going to end. How, do you think that's going to really impact the business in a really, really bad way for you?
Yeah, I think we're probably one of the hardest hit businesses there is out there, because think about it. Metal, the virus lives on metal. You go from machine to machine and you touch it. Mm-hmm. If you lose, you get mad, you spit, you yell at the game. It's just I'm a commercial for the worst possible, making it sound even worse than it is. But really, being in an arcade is not a safe place with the coronavirus. No. So
yeah, definitely.
We're being hard hit. And even after the coronavirus is eradicated, you think people are going to be coming in drones?
Probably not. Probably
it's going to take a long time for people to start coming back. So I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, it is. And I have a few arcades here that I like going to, and it's one of those things that you all, even under normal circumstances, is kind of it's like you're eating hand foods and playing at the same time, and you're not thinking about any of that stuff, and you're going from machine to machine with your fries or with your burger, and with this virus going on, that's not where you want to be for sure.
Why do you think I'm smoking the wacky weed at noon on a Sunday?
I love it. The wacky weed.
With these pens, it's easy. It doesn't even smell. You don't even smell the. You don't even smell skunk. My room smells great.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to roll a quick 30-second clip from the King of Arcades trailer. So for those of you who are tuning in who maybe have never seen it before, this will kind of give you
a fever video.
This will kind of give you an idea as to what it's all about. So let's cue it up.
I remember the day Richie shared his vision with me. He said, "I think what this area is missing is a arcade, like an actual place where people can come, play video games, have fun, and nothing matters. It's just kind of like it was when we were kids growing up,
These games were everything back in the 80s. It's the coolest thing we ever seen.
One game turned into another, which turned into another, and then another. And the games had completely taken over the house.
At one point, my wife said, "You know what? We should share this."
His superstar was born.
I love that. His superstar was born.
And that's my ex-wife.
But it's nice. It's nice seeing footage of an arcade just jam-packed, shoulder to shoulder with people. Even when I go to Dave & Buster's, as busy as they get nowadays, like a Dave & Buster's, it's not shoulder to shoulder. You know what I mean? So it's.
I wonder how they're doing.
They're probably shut down too, I would assume, because I know, like here in Arizona, all the casinos, movie theaters, like major restaurants with lots of people have shut down. I think everybody's on takeout only right now.
Yeah,
like you can with food for takeout. So.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on here. Everything closed. That's like that. And I've never really been a fan of Dave & Buster's. I go in there and I struggle to find anything that I can relate to, because what they have is not arcade in my mind. They do have like a big, huge Pac-Man or Galaga you can play. That's about the only thing that I can, and maybe basketball.
See, we did the opposite. I know what you're saying, and I felt the same way. Well, my daughter at the time, now she's 13, but at the time she was around 9 or 10, and there's a Dave & Buster's up by where she lives. She lives up by the Palisades Mall in New York, all right? So whenever I drive up to see her, which is 2 hours away, we need something to do. So we started going to Dave & Buster's. And originally, being the purist, the kind of guy that would scoff at the one-ups, arcade one-ups, and originally I was like that. I didn't have an open mind. Now I'm totally different. Embracing the one-up arcade things, loving Dave & Buster's. We actually sat there and tried to master every game in Dave & Buster's. There are 10 games, and I have videos of this, of my daughter, 10 games that we can get the 10,000 points on. So when we go to Dave & Buster's, we go on a Wednesday. Wednesday is half price. We go on a Wednesday, cash in $50 and get enough tickets to get the Xbox. Mm-hmm. So we actually make money by going to Dave & Buster's because we're able to max out so many games. My daughter knows how to beat Doodle Jump. You ever see Doodle Jump?
I haven't.
Up and down. Walter Day even made a trading card for her because she figured out the secret to Doodle Jump. And she gets 10,000 points whenever she plays Doodle Jump.
Nice.
So basically go in there. And I usually get Xbox DVDs, or if there's something my daughter really likes, like a big stuffed animal or something like that. But we actually like Dave & Buster's because we made it something that we both battle. Like, okay, the stacker, all right? You know, the blocks come down and you move the thing back and forth and you gotta get all the way up. My daughter can do that every time. But she used her brain. Instead of letting the block come and stacking the blocks, she creates a pyramid. So she lands one in the middle. Then she lands one on the left. Then she lands one on the right. So now you got a 3-block base. Then she does it again, 3, then 2. And 2 and 2 and 1 all the way to the top, 10,000 points. Wow. When my daughter plays the stacker game with that wheel, there's probably 15, 20 people watching her play.
Wow.
So we actually like Dave & Buster's. We have I have a lot of footage on my phone of she and I individually going through each game at Dave & Buster's and maxing it out.
That's awesome.
I'm really good at the beer pong game. So
now,
I got it so that, I could just go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then get the 10,000 points. Don't even bounce it. Just so much.
Cool.
Now, how soon until your daughter tries to break your Space Invaders score? Is that going to happen?
She has no interest whatsoever. She's going after Nibbler.
Oh, Nibbler. She wants.
Steak.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's really, really good at it. After she saw the movie, because we were both in that movie, Man vs. Snake.
Yeah.
And that movie is all about the game Nibbler. And my daughter said, I'm going to beat this game without learning these older guys' pattern. I'm going to make my own patterns.
Awesome.
Right.
She's been making her own pattern. She's up to 1 million already.
Oh,
So
wow. Do you know the world record on Nibbler? Do you know what it is?
Yeah,
I don't know it.
It's just over 1 billion. Basically, people get 1 billion points and then just fall and then quit.
Oh man, that's intense. Because you actually held the world record in Space Invaders from what, 2009 to 2018?
Yeah, quite a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then your record was, I wrote it down here, 184,870.
That's what I submitted to Twin Galaxies. I actually live got 260,000 as well. But
oh, really?
I never submitted that to Twin Galaxies. That's just my own. I have it on videotape in a little package. But the guy that beat me from Australia, his name is John Tannehill, a young guy.
Yeah.
He's such a great guy. He's like my little brother. So I want him to have this high score. I don't want to take it from him. Because I could get on my game right now and take it back any day.
Love it.
I wouldn't do that because I love John. And I have like 8 other world records. I have the world record on Phoenix, the birds.
Yeah, I love Phoenix.
What I love about that is that I was the first person ever to get 1 million on that. I turned it over.
Yeah.
And I had an audience of maybe 20 people there watching when I did it. So.
Awesome. And that John Tannehill, he scored what? You were at 180, about 185, and he scored about 219,000, and that's currently the world record, 218,870 in Space Invaders, and the highest I've ever gotten is like 20-some thousand points. So you guys are really making me look bad here.
The video is on VHS because this is like 10 years ago,
right?
And back then, Twin Galaxies didn't accept digital submissions in the early days. It had to be on VHS. So all my stuff is on VHS. So I got to find the tape. But why even play the tape? I could just do it again if I wanted.
Right.
What I'll do one day is I'll stream like get 100,000 and show people how we do it.
I'd love to see it, man, because I just don't know. Let me ask you this: 184,000 in Space Invaders. How long did you play? What was the play time?
I think it was 2 or 3 hours. I think
2 or 3 hours. Okay, cool.
250,000 took me like 5.5.
Wow.
Yeah, because sometimes when you hear about these folks who set world records on arcade games, they're playing for like over 48 hours. Like,
the Nibbler world record takes 2 days.
Oh my! How do you do that? What about the bathroom? Oh man, that's crazy.
Well, like I told the story earlier on the other show, on the retro buzz. my friend George did 80 something hours on Qbert.
Oh, wow.
7 hours on Qbert.
Qbert is hard.
But 87 hours on anything.
Yeah, anything is terrible.
You figure you drop dead from dehydration or something at that
point.
Well,
we took care of him. We sat there with him and gave him drinks, gave him, we literally were like triage after like 50, 60 hours. We had like the defib. I was over there with the defib waiting if I needed to, get him back to life.
So who was the bucket guy?
Qbert, you're actually able to save up guys and leave the machine. We had to figure out every 9 seconds you lose a man. So if he got 1,000 men backed up, he had enough time to go take a dump, shower, whatever he wanted to do.
Okay, awesome.
All right. So, as you guys know, the Retro Buzz, me, good friends with Steven, Glenn, and Douglas, the guys on that show. They always let me call in and have some laughs with them. And normally we don't usually have guests on both of our shows, the same guest, the same week. However,
I was so good.
Richie was so good, we had no choice. But honestly, Richie volunteered to come on our show. And also, we want to support him and hype his upcoming event that he's got coming up on the Arcade Exchange. Yep. So if you kind of want to tell the story about this, I'm going to get my screen shared so people can kind of see where they can go to take part in this event. So here we go. And there we go. So right here is the Arcade Exchange public group on Facebook. Is this the best place for them to go?
You sign up, and then I'm one of the admins, so I would accept for you to join. And then you basically, it's a show just like this that I do, and I'm the host. And while I'm talking and telling stories, I'm also selling stuff. So I would show an item, like say this Kong Off 3 marquee right here. And then people would start bidding. The bidding would be in the chat. And then after about like maybe 5 minutes or 4 minutes of talking about the item that I'm selling, we'll count. We'll do like, all right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the person who bid the highest gets the prize.
Okay.
And I do not only marquees, like this is the 3rd one that was in Denver. This one is the 7th one that was just in California. And it has signatures from all the people that played it. Not only do I sell stuff like this, I also sell really rare and valuable posters, T-shirts, DVDs. As far as game boards, like I would sell this, like a Space Invaders PCB, something like this,
Wow.
So a lot of people, and like you said before, sometimes they do the show 3 hours. How do they do it? My auctions usually start at 6 and we go to about 3 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
you're a trooper.
It's like a 6-7 hour marathon of me doing this, exactly what I'm doing, coming up with jokes and entertaining while selling stuff. Because really, right now, I have no other option because I'm going to be homeless if this keeps up.
Yeah. We definitely don't want that to happen. We definitely want to support you and your endeavors. And just as a reminder for folks, so this is going to be on Sunday, April 5th, correct?
A week from today.
Yep. And what time is it going to start?
I'm not sure what my buddy started at, but it's usually 6 o'clock Eastern time, I believe.
Okay.
So the information is on the on Arcade Exchange, but let's say 6 o'clock. I'm almost sure that's what he has me at, but I didn't look. I should have looked. Last one was 6 o'clock on a Sunday, so I start at 6 and just go all night. But I have so much stuff. I have joysticks. I have game boards. I have posters, T-shirts. Even one time, I had a credit card for the business, and it said on it Richie Knucklez on my credit card. Well, the credit card, my real name's not really Knuckles, of course.
Right.
So the card was expired. The account was closed. So I auctioned that off just to, for something maybe somebody wanted to keep it as a keepsake. I signed my credit card. It's on the back, I got almost $500 for my credit card.
Wow.
Really? For a credit card that doesn't work anymore.
Credit card, yeah.
So I know I'm definitely going to be tuning in. I definitely want to take part in this event, and hopefully I can win a bid. Let's see here. Mad Dad's Gaming, who's another YouTuber. If you guys don't know, go check out his channel, Mad Dad's Gaming, one word. Hit that subscribe button. He left a question here in the chat. He goes, where can we just donate something? Do you guys take donations for the
I don't. That is so sweet. I really appreciate that. What I do is basically just give out my PayPal address, and if you were to give, say, $100, I would send you something that's worth $100. Well, I appreciate that, but donations I don't usually do. I'm a guy who owns close to 500 machines. So I wouldn't feel healthy in my heart taking free money from someone when I own $1 million worth of arcade machines. It's just right now I'm cash poor. So no, I don't want anything for free. That is very sweet, and I appreciate that. But all I ask is just buy something. If there's something that I have that you like and would like to purchase as a keepsake, then by all means, please do. But no, I don't have a donation button. I wouldn't be able to sleep with myself taking free money when, I have a warehouse filled. That's really where all my money goes. I pay close to $3,000-$4,000 a month to house the 500 or so games that we own.
Wow. How big of a building are they in? What's the square footage on that?
Well, right now I have 3 tractor trailers, actually 4. There's a tractor trailer in California that has about 100 of my games in it. I shipped about 100 games to the Museum of Pinball in Banning, California. And I have 3 tractor trailer trucks loaded. I have 4 storage units and 1 huge warehouse that has hundreds of machines. My cousin Vinny and I both share a warehouse space. And he also has a couple hundred machines. He has mostly pinball machines. But between the two of us, we have this huge warehouse space. We have an elevator and everything. And let me segue into that. The website for our business is called Video Game 911. So videogame911.com. If you have a console, anything, a PlayStation, even an Atari 2600, please send it to videogame911.com. We repair everything.
That's awesome. And I just put the link in the chat for folks as well. We've got a request here from Mad Dads. He'd like to know your PayPal, or should he just private message you on Facebook?
It's Richie at RichieKnucklez.com.
Okay, so Richie at RichieKnucklez.com for that. Now here, Disability, one of the best aftermarket modding partners out there. He makes some of the best marquees in the business. He says that Arcade 1-Up should give Richie a Space Invaders 40th machine. And what if
that?
Now, this is actually interesting. And Angel, I'm so glad you threw that in the chat, because this just pinged an idea in my brain. What if Arcade 1-Up, because we know they're going to be re-releasing some cabinets in the future that are improved. What if they re-released Space Invaders and it was the Richie Knucklez 40th anniversary?
Oh, that would be hot.
I would buy that. Let me know in the chat if you guys agree. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. Arcade 1-Up, we know they kind of watch the show from time to time. Hopefully they'll see that feedback. But I think that would be super, super cool.
And I was saying earlier is most of the people in my business, most of the people I interact with make fun of the Arcade 1-Ups, say that, they're lame, cheap ripoffs, emulation, blah, blah, blah. I didn't go that route because I thought to myself, I said, you know what? For what they are, they're less than $400. They're cute. They're small. They're compact. Very, very they're aesthetically pleasing to look at. They're nice. They're cute. For what they are, I think they brought a flood of people into this hobby that ordinarily wouldn't have been here if they didn't start. So I am a fan of Arcade 1-Up. I'm probably one of the only original purists that collect arcade games that you will hear say this. But I'm trying to change people's opinions on them because I think they're cute. And my daughter saw it. The first thing she did was run up to it and be like, Dad, this is actually pretty cool. So
Now, the comments in the chat are coming, and we're getting a lot of folks who are agreeing that we need to make this happen. Maybe we should start a petition to get Arcade 1-Up to re-release Space Invaders, make it Space Invaders with Space Invaders 2, add the light-up marquee, fix that sound, because the sound in the original cabinet is terrible, and then light-up marquee, light-up buttons, make it fun, make it exciting, and have Richie autograph them. Or at least
I'll pose next to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And honestly, I think that would be super, super cool. So Arcade 1-Up, if you're paying attention, we would love to see this cabinet get made. The people have spoken.
I have a cocktail Space Invaders over there. It's covered with stuff. If we like at the end, like do you have the post-game show after the hour is up that you stay on and you close?
We can keep going for a bit.
Maybe I'll clean that off and play some Space Invaders, put the camera on it so people could see exactly what I do. If you guys want. If the people in the chat want to see me play Space Invaders, I'll show you what I do. I'll actually take the half an hour to clean it off here. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at this mess.
Are you okay?
Where is it? That's my pinball right over there. See that mess?
Yeah.
That's my Space Invaders cocktail.
Oh my goodness. Well, we are hearing some folks in the chat saying they are willing to hang on and stay with us live and watch you play Space Invaders. So by all means, we're going to make that happen. Hell yes, let's go. We're getting a lot of yeses. Let's do it.
So I'll put the camera on the thing. I'll clean that off.
Okay, so
hey, Richie, and so I'm definitely exactly the person you were talking about. I hadn't been in the arcade in a long time, and once I got the arcade 1-Up machines, I sought out, hey, where's the nearest arcades? Because like I said, I'm not a fan of the Dave and Buster's, so I found the authentic arcades and bars that had their upstairs with arcades, and that's what been my hangout, man. So I like it. I'm a quarter, and that's one of the reasons I don't like Dave and Buster's. That card with the slide with the 38.6 points to play this game. That's just so crazy to me. I want to put quarters in it or tokens. I don't care about tokens, but that's arcade to me. So,
yeah, it's awesome.
I started out as a very closed-minded purist. I was one of those people that really, really was a stickler. And if it wasn't original, if it didn't, like a perfect example is MAME, the emulation that most of the stuff is based on. When we were first accepting submissions for the high score on Donkey Kong to allow us to be part of the Kong-Off, we wouldn't allow anybody that played on MAME to be part of the Kong-Off unless they did their score on an original Donkey Kong.
Okay.
And a lot of people agreed with me, saying, yes, it has to be original hardware to be in the Kong-Off. Well, almost every single person that learned on playing with a keyboard would come, play on a real machine, and beat the pants off of the original arcade players. They were just that good, and the emulation was on Donkey Kong was so spot on that it really didn't matter. So we were being sticklers and starting wars and making people aggravated for no reason. Looking back, it was stupid, but it was just a rule that we set and we stuck to it. Looking back now, I should have been more lenient because I made a lot of enemies because most people don't have access to a Donkey Kong machine.
Yeah.
So looking back, hindsight is 2020, all that shit. And then thinking about it, I wish I wasn't such a stickler to rules. So now I'm more open to MAME. I'm open to the 1-Ups. I'm open to, it's a lot of fun that I missed out on.
Right. Because I'm definitely not a purist at all. I with pinball, I wasn't really a fan of pinball for just economic reasons growing up. But since I've been playing this digital, man, I like going and finding a real pinball machine. And actually, I like the same way you were saying with MAME, I can play these games where I've never could play them before because I have so much experience playing them here. And then I can go and actually play with a real one and do very well. So it's
and not waste your quarters. Or the swiping. Nowadays, they're all swipe cards nowadays, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
we have, if you're ever in New Jersey, we have an amazing selection of pinball machines. All the way from, I have a machine right next to me to my right that's from 1930. It's the first machine ever with a solenoid that it's called the Fleet 3000. We have machines from the 40s, 50s, all the way up to current. Like we have the new Iron Maiden, Metallica, Wizard of Oz, Monsters. So we have a really good selection of pinball machines. So if you're ever in New Jersey after this COVID is done and eradicated, you must come and visit if you're into pinball. And then again, 80-something arcade games. So.
Oh yeah. I love pinball. I just picked up a Super Mario Brothers Mushroom World, the mini pinball machine with the small playfield. Yeah. Don't ask me how much I paid for it. Let's just say I could have bought a car with how much I paid for it. And I did a review video on my channel for it, and it's so cool having that in my house. It's only one game, but it's just an amazing piece of history. I think they only made about 500 of them. There's probably only a few hundred left in existence. And I just love it. I love real pinball, and I love virtual pinball. So definitely going to hit your place up in New Jersey after the world gets back to normal. So yeah. Okay, guys. So we definitely got a couple things cooking here. So Richie's going to play some Space Invaders, but before we do, we got to get to the game of the week. We got to talk about it. So this week, the game of the week, the arcade classic chosen was Gyrus. Gyrus, which came out in 1983, distributed by was it Century, and then Konami took it over. Richie, do you remember?
Yeah, Century and Konami.
Yeah, Century and then Konami, and it's similar to Galaga. It's Galaga, but in a tube shooting format. And let me roll a clip here of some highlights from playing Gyrus. And if folks in the chat, if you've played Gyrus, let us know your thoughts on it. We're going to talk about it shortly next. But here you go, guys. Here's what it's like playing the awesome arcade classic Gyrus. As you can see there, Carl, before I start telling you how much I love this game, go ahead and tell me what you thought about playing Gyrus all this week.
Well, Gyrus is obviously Tempest and Galaga. If they had a baby, it would be Gyrus, right?
I like that. I'll give you that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's Tempest and Galaga. And so it's definitely a very interesting game. I had never played it. I think I've seen it because when I was putting together my vertical, I put it on my favorites. I was looking at the 60s and ones, like what games do they have on the 60 and 1? And so I added it, but I never really played it. It's definitely an interesting game. The sound was, I thought something was wrong with my speaker, but that's just the way the sound is with it. It's a very interesting game. I enjoyed playing it. I don't think I got much of a high score. I'm not going to break any records or anything with it for sure. But it's something that I definitely will play more now that I've gotten exposed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love it.
What the Rexer guy said, remember when we were on what I told you about?
Yeah, so this is great. And guys, don't forget to tune in to the Rexer Show on YouTube. It's the Rexer Show, one word. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. He is going to be doing a live trivia show later this afternoon. You don't want to miss out. Join that show.
Tell him what I asked you guys on private.
Yeah, so before we went live, the very first thing Richie did was throw some trivia our way. He said, okay, guys, what's the name of the joystick used for Gyrus? And it completely stumped me. And right here, look at Rex. He's all over it. It was the Monroe Special build, right? Yeah. And Richie, tell us about that joystick for the folks who don't know what that is.
Well, there's, like he said, Time Pilot uses it. A few other games use it as well. It is called the Monroe stick, and it has a really smooth rotation. And you need that for a game like Gyrus. So some joysticks you could feel from going left to right, I should say from left up, right down, you could feel the switch, but with a Monroe stick, it's really smooth. So the Monroe stick for Gyrus, it's like almost, the best joystick for that kind of ergonomics, if I'm using the proper terminology here.
Yeah. And I wish I played it now. All this week, I have it on a 60-1 modded arcade 1-up, and it played okay on my 60-1. I then played it on running it off of CoinOps on my PC, and it was pretty easy to play with just a controller. I wish I had played it on an actual real arcade machine because I loved it so much. And you said you have a couple of these, don't you?
Yeah, one of them I have. Which one of you guys are in Phoenix?
I'm in the Phoenix area.
Phoenix area.
Yep.
Bobby Lakeman, the world record holder on Donkey Kong, sold me his gyrus, and he's currently living in Phoenix.
So you bought...
I bought a gyrus off of somebody who's in your town right now.
Oh, look at that. That's so cool. It's a small arcade community world.
Yeah. So I have his, and then I had mine. Mine was in mint condition. Perfect. Except the PCB had a corrupted ROM. So I basically took his board out of his machine and put it into my cabinet, which was just beautiful.
Yeah.
So I currently own 2 gyruses, but only one working PCB.
I got a question for the main world. Can you use the spinner with gyrus? Would that?
You wouldn't want to if you play gyrus, only because it's like playing Space Invaders with a spinner left and right. It's totally different. It's a joystick based game.
I got you.
But again, like you said, a spinner would work, but it's okay. It's like playing asteroids with a spinner. Think about it. You know, you can play any game with a spinner then.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a spinner, so I hadn't played any game with spinner. So just curious.
Yeah, that's what I'm hacking the Kaboom today. Later on, when I get done with the show, I'm going to put an arcade spinner into a 2600 for the Kaboom build.
Okay.
So I already have. What I used was for the control panel. I don't know if you guys can see this, but for the control panel, I used an actual 2600.
Wow.
Nice.
All the switches, I have to run all the switches down to the main one that's going to be running in the bottom, and then I'm going to put right dead in the center a arcade spinner to play Kaboom.
Wow.
Right. That's awesome.
I was working on that till like 5 a.m. That's why I woke up I set my alarm for 1:30, quarter after 1, and I just naturally woke up at 1:15, so it's perfect.
Yeah. So we got a question in the chat. Jordan Zealander, he says, isn't it a 32-way stick?
Never heard of the thing. Never heard of a 32-way stick. There's for Sinistar was a 49-way stick.
Okay.
Never heard of a 32-way stick.
Gotcha.
NFL Blitz also used the 49-way. I don't know really the logic behind why it's 49, but I also have one of those laying around somewhere.
So gyrus is really cool because you're let me see here. You have enemies who are spaceships, and not only that, you have to destroy all the spaceships to get to the next level, just like Galaga. But you also have to dodge satellites and asteroids and all these other items. And you start the game 2 warps to Neptune, which was the title of our episode, because it just feels like the retro arcade niche is taking off, and we are 2 warps from Neptune, guys. Especially having folks like Richie in this community. I mean, I'm just excited to see what happens next. And I'm also super excited that you are going to play Space Invaders for us.
I already got started on taking everything off of it. All right, let's see if I can reach the camera over there. Let's see.
Yeah, let's make this happen, guys. So as he's moving the camera, guys, if you haven't played Gyrus, I urge you, check it out, give it a chance, play it for 10 minutes. I found it to be very addicting, and I really, really enjoyed playing it. I highly recommend that arcade classic. And
maybe Space Invaders should be our game of the week. That give me a reason to play it. I hadn't played that. See if I can get Richie's high score.
Well, then we'll have to have Richie. We'll have to have Richie back on then.
How many days I need? I need 5 days to get the high score.
After I show you how to play it, you'll be able to beat my high score, no problem.
Okay, so
I'm going to teach you 1 or 2 of the patterns.
Okay.
Now this machine hasn't been turned on in close to 2 years, maybe. So let's hope it works.
Okay, I'm gonna put the camera all on you when you're all set up. That way, people can watch you and not watch me geeking out over this.
All right,
although, guys, although you're not gonna see me, guys, I'm gonna be like this.
Maybe I can get Space Invaders up. We can go ahead.
And yes, Mad Dads, thanks so much for suggesting Gyrus. I had limited experience with that game, but I've been playing it like every day this last week almost, and I really like it.
Look what was on top of my Space Invaders.
All right, let's get the camera on. Let's get the camera on Richie. Let's see here, guys. This is going to be super cool. Sorry, Jordan. Yes, by all means, you can watch on your phone, by all means. Just don't get into an accident if you have to drive. All right, he's still getting that set up here.
Bunch of PlayStations and Xboxes.
It's okay. It's okay. But this is totally impromptu, so it's supposed to be like this. This is great. I'm excited. Wolfeno's, the OG console that started it all. I'm assuming you're talking about the Atari.
What I just had was a Commodore 64.
Yeah. Oh, I hear it. I hear it.
No,
that is that you, Carl?
That's me. I'm trying to get a head start on it.
You're trying to get a head start.
Yeah, that's the only way I can get them. If I get a head start on them.
Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that.
Ever since Galaga came out, I never messed with Space Invaders.
Yeah, it's still a layout. Oh, Mark Walsh sent us a big super chat, but I can't see a comment attached to it. Sorry, Mark. I don't know if there was a comment there. If there's a comment you want us to read off, by all means do so, and we do appreciate you sending in that super chat. Thank you so much for that. Mark has been awesome. He's always been a good supporter of the show. We love that.
Would you do me a favor?
Yeah, buddy.
And post my PayPal address so that people that are going to be watching the auction on Sunday know the PayPal address, which is Richie at RichieKnucklez.com. Would you just type that somewhere?
I'm doing it right now. Richie Knuckles with a Z, right?
Yep. That's the address if you buy something where you pay for it. All right, so got to figure out how to make the camera. I had a clip.
All right, so Mark, here's Mark's comment. So to go with his, he sent us a $20 super chat, which is a huge amount, and he said it's worth every penny to watch Richie play Space Invaders. So
thanks, Mark.
So Mark, we will definitely, by all means, I will then get that over to Richie as well. So super excited. This is great. Everybody's hanging on. We're not even set up. You figure people would start leaving, but guess what? Everyone's hanging on. Everyone's super excited to watch Richie play Space Invaders. This is great. I love it. All right, let's see here. So I'll keep entertaining you folks while Richie's getting set up. So PDubs, when you get that petition started, maybe they could go with the Space Invaders Deluxe artwork just to change it up. Richie has a badass mint Space Invaders machine at his arcade in Jersey. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool idea, David. Thanks so much for sending that over. I think I will. I think I'll start a petition. We want the Richie Knucklez Space Invaders remake or custom limited edition from Arcade 1-Up. I think that would be really cool.
I think that would be really cool.
Of course, because it's about you. Arcade 1-Up would never make the PDubs Arcade 1-Up edition. That's not going to happen.
Get really good at Gyrus, and you never know.
Oh man, I love it. I love when you discover a game that you maybe have overlooked. You give it a chance, and you just fall in love with it. So, hey, Carl, what are you at on Space Invaders?
I just died for the first time at 1600. I'm at 1840.
He's at 1840.
I'm very clear the second board here.
He's at 1840.
Probably as long as I've gone on this thing. I don't have any cabinets. Oh, I just died. I'm on my last man. Look like I got 2 men left.
All right, so we got a comment from.
We're ready.
All right, so real quick though, before we go, Scotty Hollywood asked me a question. Do we still have the Pixelcade coupon? His Legends Ultimate just came in, and yes, Al has just a couple of uses left of the PDubs discount code to save yourself 10% off the fully assembled version of the At Games Legends Ultimate Pixelcade Marquee. Just enter code PDubs at checkout. You'll save 10%. Pretty much covers the shipping cost. And I think you guys will be super excited if you can be one of the last few people to use that code before it expires. So there's a couple uses left. I talked with Al yesterday.
All right, game over. 24-30.
All right, so Richie, you all set up?
That's not good sound. Hold on.
So Rich, you have to beat 24-30 because that's my high score. 2,430 is your goal. You can do that.
All right, so this is my Space Invaders machine that I have in my bedroom. I used it as a table, as you guys saw. Look how mint that thing is.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Wow.
And it's 2-player?
Yeah.
It goes the opposite way of the traditional cocktail, huh?
Yeah, and then you go that way.
Okay.
Inside.
Nice.
All right, well, when I just plugged it in just now, it did not sound good, but let's see. Maybe I get lucky. No, that's not good.
Oh no.
I told you I haven't plugged it in a couple years.
Oh no.
Hold on. Let's see. Maybe something's loose.
Wouldn't it be great if he could fix it live right now? Wouldn't that
would be awesome.
No pressure, Richie, but the world is.
I'm feeling a little bit disappointed right now.
Oh, this would be so cool.
Well, that means that my high score would be the greatest Space Invaders score of all time for this episode.
What are the
Hey, I could pop up my Legends right behind me and capture the screen, and I'll crush that. I'll crush it. All right, guys, hang on.
Hey!
Are we on?
Almost.
Hold on. Let's get back to him.
We're getting there.
It's almost there. He's working on it.
We're almost there, baby.
Don't give up, guys. I think it's gonna happen.
We're almost there.
Man, I'm like giddy like a kid, like to watch this guy play Space Invaders. Hopefully we can make it happen, guys. Bear with us. Don't leave. Have faith.
If I die from getting shocked,
It is Sunday. It is Sunday after all.
No, PDubs. No, do you have the demo on your games like you see behind me? I discovered so many games I've never heard of because of the demos.
Yeah. So I have on my 1-ups, I have like the track modes on, like the modded machines and stuff. So it's cool, and you'll see that and be like, oh, that game looks cool.
Yeah. You'll see some things that you do know you hadn't thought about in ages, but you also discover some pretty cool things as well.
David, we don't need to call 911. He's not going to get electrocuted. Let's have some faith. And Rexer says, see how good he is. Challenge him to play with the screen scrolling like that.
Hey, Wade, I had the ColecoVision as well with Donkey Kong. I mean, if you look at it now, it looks horrible, but that was the only way you could play at home, and that was super awesome back then.
Yeah. Angel says this is better than reality TV. Okay. Thank you. I'm hoping it's gonna work.
It's gonna work.
Look like
he says it's gonna work.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Let us play.
Hey, Steven's in the chat. Steven,
now you gotta find a quarter. Somebody's gotta buy something on his PayPal so you can get a quarter to.
Hey, everybody,
let's figure out how.
While he's getting that finally set up, guys, do me a favor. Make sure you check out the Tech Buzz on YouTube. Stephen Haywood, one of my favorite guys on this planet. Make sure you subscribe. He is one of the hosts of the Retro Buzz on Friday nights. You definitely want to check out the Retro Buzz. It is probably one of the absolute best arcade gaming podcast shows, live streams out there. Absolutely love it. And whenever you're ready, Richie, we will turn the camera on just you.
I am trying.
And while he's getting together, guys, what do you guys want to have for the game of the week for next week? So
Yes.
That's something to start putting in the comments.
Yeah. That's great idea, Carl. This is why you keep me in line. Otherwise, we're going to be all over the place. Otherwise, this show would be a madhouse. Yes, arcade game of the week for next week, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. We've done Popeye, we've done Gyrus, we've done RoboCop. What else have we done? I can't remember.
Now.
All right. Well, if we put it in the chat, we'll be like, we already did that one. So start. What was that?
Popeye.
We did Popeye.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remind you.
Oh yeah, Popeye, RoboCop. What was last week? Oh, Tapper.
Oh yeah, we did Tapper. All right, so we're getting some votes. People are saying Space Invaders. We're getting Magic Sword. Ooh, I like this. Tech Buzz, Metal Slug.
Yeah, Metal Slug's a good one because Metal Slug is not a game that I grew up playing at all. And I kept seeing it was like Metal Slug 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm like, what is Metal Slug?
I just put my Metal Slug cart in my Neo Geo at the arcade.
Oh wow!
On Friday.
So we're getting votes for Frogger, Bowling, Contra, Robotron, Donkey Kong.
Robotron's epic.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm liking. So far, I'm liking. What have I seen? We've seen 2 votes for Dig Dug, so that could be one.
How about pole position?
Oh,
that's going
back. Do you have pole position on your mods, Carl?
I'm sure I do.
Okay, we got votes for Double Dragon. Oh, I don't like Double Dragon. That game did not age well. I'd rather play Bad Dudes than Double Dragon. Metal Slug is great. Tech Buzz says he hopes At Games does a tournament on it. That would be really, really cool, especially with their live streaming capabilities now. It'd be really cool to see everyone doing that. Oh, David says Double Dribble. No.
Double Dribble. I remember that. Oh, my goodness.
All right. So the top votes so far are Metal Slug, Dig Dug, and Space Invaders. So, guys, those are the top 3. So right now, go in the chat. Start out of those 3, Space Invaders, Metal Slug, or what was the other one? Dig Dug. What should be the game of the week? Start throwing it in the chat. No new submissions. One of those 3. Are you ready?
I think I got it.
Okay. All right. You guys throw that in the chat. We're going to go to Richie right now. Here we go. This is awesome.
All right. It's working.
Oh, here we go. This is epic. We are watching world record holder playing Space Invaders. This is amazing.
Now, for high score, Richie, is it essential to get those spaceships, or you don't worry about those?
Well, this is I forgot I put an arcade knockoff in it.
Oh,
this
is
the real Space Invaders.
Oh.
I put an arcade knockoff in it, and it's glitching. See how what does it say there?
Right.
QW, all that. Oints.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it's not going to work.
Yeah, because it came down pretty fast on the.
Yeah, that was like insane, right?
Right, that's not normal.
Next time I'll get prepared better.
All right, we'll see if you can beat my score at 24-30 with this crazy edition.
Well, you saw those guys come down, right?
It looked like my high score is going to hold.
I want to watch that again and see how fast they come down.
Yeah, that was insane.
Mark says this is awesome. This is great. I literally feel like I'm standing next to him in the arcade watching him play. This is awesome.
Yeah, see the glitches on the side?
Yeah.
Over here?
Yeah.
I thought I'd be able to fix it. Oh, look how fast they're coming down! Ah!
Yeah.
What
the hell? This is Space Invaders on crack.
Yeah, that's.
Guys, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Some folks are saying we should have you have a different Space Invaders, and we should do it next week. So.
Yeah.
So Space Invaders is game of the week then.
All right, so we'll do Space Invaders as game of the week, and we'll kind of pivot off this episode. Okay, I like that.
That was crazy.
All right, maybe we can get Richie to come back next week just to play Space Invaders for us.
That was insane.
Yeah, that's out of control.
So, since we couldn't get it really going, maybe you can kind of show folks, not show, but at least describe folks. If you want to conquer Space Invaders, what are the tips and tricks? What's your strategy? And also the patterns.
I'm trying to bring up MAME right now so I can show you.
Oh, awesome.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yep, we can get you there. You got to angle the camera up just a little bit more.
Well, find the game first. Find the game.
And
see if it's in my thing. Oh man, I think I closed that on them. Are you guys there?
Yeah,
we're here.
Oh, okay, you guys were so quiet. I thought I shut the stream off.
Richie, I'm memorized. I'm mesmerized. That's what's going on. I'm stoked, man.
He's mesmerized to memorize your pattern.
I can't believe I turned my room upside down for nothing.
Yeah.
Now you got a new project.
Oh my God, I'm going to be here till next year cleaning this place up now.
Angel in the chat says this is why Arcade 1UP needs to give you a cabinet for this kind of commitment. Just need to angle the camera down just a little bit more. The bottom left of the screen is kind of cut off.
Yeah, he's still trying to find it.
I'm trying right now.
That'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be perfect for the. That'll be perfect.
I bet I could get it from here. Let's go to. Let's steal it. Hold on. ROM Nation.
Google. Do the Google.
Let's see.
What excites me is the commitment of the audience. Everyone is hanging on, ready to watch Richie play Space Invaders. This is awesome. I love it. We're gonna make it happen, guys. One way or the other.
We'll make it happen.
Look at this. MM says we are making history. I appreciate that, guys. Oh man. So Carl, do you like playing Space Invaders, the color version or the black and white? What do you prefer?
Again, I hadn't played either in so long, and so the color one wasn't on the radar when I was playing Space Invaders. So I'll be playing the black and white one.
Yep.
I have both of them on the machine though, for sure.
Devil Waldo said, "You can't script this. What a fun episode." And usually the best episodes of any TV show or podcast show or live stream are when everything just kind of goes impromptu. Either it's going to be a disaster or it's going to be awesome.
Because I've never been a pattern person. I can get tons of points on Pac-Man and Galaxy.
Game over.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting if we can get a pattern here for Space Invaders for this game of the week and see.
Yes. Yes, if you teach us the patterns, we will use your tips and tricks during the week. So on next Sunday's show, we'll say, hey, I used to only get 2,000 Space Invaders and now I got 50 or 100, right? So yeah, it'll be awesome.
Oh.
PDubs on one episode has come up with a new Arcade 1UP CAD that's going to be awesome with a world record holder. And let's go.
All right, we're going to do this. I gotta alter the main file.
Oh yeah, take your time. Once you're ready, we will put the camera on you, my friend.
Let's see. We got it. No flip XY right there.
Look at that. I'm excited because this game is another classic that I love to play. I just don't do well at, and hopefully, if anyone's going to teach me how to play this game right, it's Richie.
Cool.
Yeah, these games were all we had initially. You younger folk, you're talking about classic. We lived this. This was it until something new came out.
So we got a couple of cool chats here, Richie. One is from Eminem. He says, ask Richie to sing out some Dokken while he works. Mad Dad's Gaming just sent us a massive super chat, $25. Great show. Keep up the great work. I will be doing a separate one for Richie. Awesome.
Separate
one? Mad Dad.
Oh, and then right here. Oh, the trash talking has commenced, Richie. The Tech Buzz Steven says, can we talk about something more important, such as how Detroit Love, the underdog so far, has topped Richie in Space Invaders today?
All right, are we ready?
Okay, let me get the camera on you, my friend. And we are ready. Here we go, guys.
You see it?
Yeah,
we can see it.
We need some credits.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, I'm so excited. I feel like a little kid.
Are we good?
Yeah,
we are good. Look at this. Right about here, I would have died.
And Space Invaders seem to be about not making any stupid mistakes. Those bullets, when they come, they're almost, if you're there, they're going to get you.
You can tell he's laser focused.
Yeah, so he's trying to clear the barriers from his way. That way he can focus on his pattern. Looks like.
You see, that's what I never do. I would always
right. You think they help you? Yeah, once they start going fast, yeah, those things are definitely in your way.
Yeah. Hope you guys are paying attention for the next time you play Space Invaders.
See, me like you, PDubs, I thought those things, you want those things to be there to help you, but.
All right. I'm digging what he's doing here. Let's see where it goes. I feel like we're watching an arcade in the wild.
I mean,
now watch from the right. Watch from the right. He's going to pop out. I got to be really fast.
Okay.
I'm getting scared, man.
Oh, see how I caught him by the tail end?
I'm just wondering what you're going to do with all these guys that look like they're about to touch you.
What guys?
This whole roll, you only kill one.
What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with those guys.
Okay. You're teaching me something. See, oh, good Lord. So they don't shoot after a certain.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, see. Oh.
So I've been playing it wrong this whole time.
All right. So once they get to that last level, they can't shoot.
So look at that. He just hide.
They can, but you got to really be fast.
Oh, okay.
See this swoop I'm going to do? Now, don't forget, I'm playing it on a keyboard, so I don't have a keyboard guy.
Not as fluid. You just
if I was playing on
It sounds like you're setting up just in case you don't get my high score.
What's your high score?
24-30.
I think Detroit Love is going down.
You're gonna give me the first board alone, you know.
Oh my God. It's gonna happen. What a great strategy. Hide there and then move over. That's amazing.
Yeah, see, I've never known that you can do this.
All right. So how many of you in the chat have never played this way? Is this the first time you're seeing this strategy? And what do you think of it? Because look at that. He just crushed it. I think that was awesome.
Yeah, see, I've never seen that down, so I had no clue.
Are you also counting your shots, Richie?
So you want to leave that one roll.
22. I want 300. He's going to come out from the right. 300.
Nice.
There's my score. You got me.
I agree, Steven. This is a boss way to play this game. Angel says that's amazing. I know. My mind is blown. I didn't know you could do that.
Gonna come out. Woo! Ah! I'm out of practice, but I just missed them by an inch.
Oh, it's okay. You are definitely, you are definitely teaching a lot of folks how to play in this fashion. And I'm sure they're going to be giving it a shot, and they might enjoy Space Invaders a little bit more knowing these tricks. I'm like mesmerized. Look at that.
And again, I don't play on keyboard, so this is completely like just foreign to me playing on a keyboard.
Hey, you're still doing better than I could ever do on a keyboard.
I didn't snap the keys properly. My fingers are too spread out. I should have kept the keys the way they were.
So why was that one last ship worth 50 points instead of 3?
I didn't count properly.
Okay.
I'm way out of practice.
So you had to hit it dead on.
No, it doesn't matter where you hit it. It's with what shot. You got to count 22 and 14. So the next board, I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah, so the people are asking in the chat, do the patterns change later as you go on?
Yes. Like you noticed, I started on the left.
Right, versus right the first time.
Right that time.
Yeah. So you just alternate sides each side?
It's different. You gotta.
Oh, you have to see which way they're going.
Yeah. Well, I know which way it is, but off the top of my head, right now I'm just winging it because I haven't played in so long.
but the key is to get the opening so that you can get the spaceships. So you're creating this pathway to get to the spaceships, and then you just clear out the base.
All right, so I was 22. He's going to come out from the right, and I'll get 300 points. Now we got to count 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, he's going to come from the right, but I got to be really quick. 300. 1, 2, 3. Only do 3. That's a 4.
So it comes after so many shots.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now he's going to come out from the left, I think. I got to get him really quick. It should be 300 points if I did it right.
Oh.
1, 2.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that you control when it comes out based on your shots.
Oh, my
3,
goodness.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now remember, I am so out of practice. I haven't done this in probably 4 years.
Well, you don't look like you're out of practice.
And why does it look like they're actually shooting you when you're shooting them when you're going by like that, but they're not?
I don't know.
So as you're coming back, watch, it looks like the bullets are going through you sometimes.
Had no idea the UFO points were based on how many shots you took. Neither did I.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. Scotty Hollywood says, well, my mind is blown. Same with Angel.
Is Scotty's picture, is that Maud? And then there's Maud. What's the picture? Oh,
this is the only part that I really have to have skill. You see how hard this is?
That's Maud.
Yeah.
Now, I lost count because I was talking, so we're not going to get 300 unless I get lucky. See, I lost count because I was talking.
So if you do more than the number, then it's going to be less points?
Yeah, you want 300 points.
I
was just shooting, just not even counting. And, of course, I'm not going to get the 300 points because I didn't do it at the – I have to hit the Space Invader on the 22nd shot, or sorry, the 23rd shot, and then the 15th.
Interesting.
This is crazy. I am so going to try this during my live stream this week and see how it goes for me. I'm going to rewatch this video and try it.
That's why I said once I teach you guys how to do it, you guys will be able to beat my high score with some practice.
Yeah, my attention can't last that long. I'll never get the high score.
I just want to point out, guys, he hasn't lost a life yet.
Yeah, what was the comment by the other guy saying about the high score? What was the comment that you guys were saying? How come? What was that?
I said I don't have enough patience to be able to.
No, one of your fans said something.
Oh, let me look.
About your score being high or something.
Oh yeah, that was Steven. He was saying, yeah, you've doubled tripled my score by now.
Yeah.
So.
I want Richie. To know if you had anything to say.
No, he don't have anything.
That was your buddy. That was your buddy Steven at the Tech Buzz. Steven, I think Richie showed up to the challenge. Tech Buzz says, "Quiet, Richie. He's eating crow right now."
Hey, I had my.
Oh!
See, thanks, Tech Buzz, Steven. Thanks, that killed it.
Yeah, that was all his shit talking.
We should have had a little shit talking earlier.
Steven, you caused him to mess up. That was you.
I learned it from you, Dad. I learned it from you. We found marijuana in your room, son. I learned it from you, Dad.
This is great. I mean, look at this. This is amazing.
I'm not patient enough.
Want me to stop and I'll show you the Phoenix tricks?
Yes. Let's
this, right?
Yeah, let's pivot over to that.
Phoenix definitely needs some tricks because that is a tough game.
All right, ready? I'm gonna escape out with 75-4.
Come on.
Right, so that's the score we got to try and beat this week to see if your tips help us. I said that's going to be the goal for us.
7,500, say
75-6. That's going to be our goal to try and get PDubs using his tips there. I might have enough patience in me to try that one.
So ask your audience if that was fun or not.
Oh, I think they really enjoyed it. Everyone hung on. I think that was really really cool. Okay, so all right. So while you're getting the next one set up, so he's going to show. What is he going to show us now, Carl? Phoenix,
yeah.
The 3-bird trick. Remember?
Oh yes, the 3-bird trick.
One of my favorite tricks. I like.
Which speaking of which, if you guys watch the his documentary, the King of Arcades documentary on Amazon Prime, there's a scene in the documentary where he does the 3-bird trick. It's a great scene. You're walking through your arcade, you pass by the machine, and you're like, oh hey, watch this. Boop boop boop, 3-bird trick, 3-bird trick, and then you keep on walking. It was like, this guy's badass. Like, it was awesome.
And that really wasn't staged either. That just happened to happen that way. Okay. Hey, you want to hear something even crazier than that I don't even think I've ever told this story public?
Sure.
Way back in the day, before I even knew what Twin Galaxies was, I was able to get the top score on Monaco GP. Do you remember the game Monaco GP?
Yes.
Monaco GP. I'd say maybe every... I don't know, maybe 20th game, I was able to get the top score on Monaco GP. And I contacted Twin Galaxies and said, I can get 9999 on Monaco. And they said, well, you have to videotape it. You have to do that. You got to jump through all these hoops. And I was like, all right, I'll do that. And again, I thought we were going to be here all day trying to get the high score. Actually, my roommate is in the other room. He's a guy who was filming me. on my very first attempt. The first time I ever recorded me playing a video game. Mm-hmm. I mean, it wasn't even one quarter drop, and I got 99999 on video. And my buddy that was watching me was like, "How the hell did you just do that?" And I said, "I have no idea," because I only had done it maybe 10 times in my life. And on the first try, the first time I ever videotaped myself playing, I got the top score. But what it reminded me is we were saying about, it just so happened that way. And when we were walking by the Phoenix machine, it's just weird how that happens. But yeah, it's on YouTube too. You can go to YouTube and find the video of me getting 9999. I think it says Monaco GP World Record Performance.
Okay, I will try to find the video and add it to the video description links below for folks. Super excited about this.
All right, can you guys see that?
Yeah. Let me get it on you. Here we go, guys.
All right, so this is Phoenix, one of my favorite games of all time. Let me make sure I have my the buttons mapped out. I didn't even check that. No, I don't. Let's do that first. Tab, input this game. Left and right.
This brings back a lot of memory here. Phoenix got quite a few of my quarters growing up.
Right. One button, delete. Two button. Let's just go with that maybe. Skate.
Come on. Cool.
All right. Should be able to get it this time. Let's see. All right. One. Let's see. Now, this isn't going to be as easy as our arcade game because, again, the buttons are different with the keyboard.
Right.
But I will try to see if we can do it on one try. All right, here we go. You go all the way to the left.
Pay attention.
All the way to the left. Now watch the score. That's what we're watching. Watch the score. Here we go. Can I hit this button fast enough?
You got it. You got it.
Look at that score.
It's like 20,000.
200,000.
Yep. 200,000. So with the Phoenix trick, guys, you get added 200,000 points on this game. It's pretty awesome.
Just by hitting those 3 birds in a row like that.
Just by hitting those 3 birds. And
every time?
Only if you do it, like I just said, 3 shots, 3 birds.
I mean, is that offered available again in the same game?
No, you do it again, you'll go back to 200,000.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't give you 200,000 points. It sends you to 204, whatever.
Oh, I got you. It's like an Easter egg that just takes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys want to see a really cool shot of it, it's in the documentary film. It's pretty awesome.
Of course, I don't have the shield. I didn't set up the shield. So
right.
Then I would have hit shield.
Well, that was pretty cool there. That was awesome.
Yeah, this is my favorite part now. So on this, most people will sit here and go crazy hitting the orange. Now, I don't have the shield set up, so I'm at a disadvantage. I could have blocked. I should go in and set up my shield, but watch this.
What's gonna happen?
Make it happen, Captain. I actually should go back in and set up the shield. I might need the shield. See, like right now, I need the shield. Damn it!
Famous last.
Guys, all right, so watch. Let's see. You see how you got the whole bottom?
Yeah.
You gotta get rid of all these guys. Come on. Come on. Get on the side here. This is where I can really use my shield. Here we go.
Oh.
I didn't get to see it. But watch this anyway. Watch this, right? Oh, I didn't get to do it. Hold on. Shield. I got to set up the shield.
Dude, you gotta love Richie's passion and excitement. And he did utter the famous last words of every gamer when we die. Damn it!
There, one button. What are we going to use for shield? Let's see. Let's go. 6 and 7. Let's go. That.
Oh man, I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. I'm having a blast right now. This is epic. So, you watch gamers play games on YouTube, Twitch, live streams, but when you watch a legend playing games, it's a whole nother experience. Hold on, Carl. Let me get the camera on you. What's that say? Keep out, gamer at play, battling enemies. There you go.
Let's see if I can see if I get the shield this time. There we go. Now you can play the game.
There you go.
I don't know why I didn't think of that. It's an important part of the game.
It is. All right. You're going to be able to do the trick again, right? Coming up right here, right?
Let's find out.
All right. Pay attention, everybody.
Go over to the left. These 3 guys come over. There you go.
Oh.
All right. So this time we can really get it going. All right. So a lot of people don't know this, but you don't even have to hit that orange stuff. Whoa.
Here we go. Here we go. Wow.
Big difference with the shield, right?
Absolutely. You got to get all those guys as they're running right there, right?
Ah! Okay, watch this. All right, so now you see all the yellow?
Yeah.
You don't even need it. Watch. Right through it all.
Aw. Pro tips, man. Pro tricks.
You know how most people sit there and hammer away at that orange? You don't even do that.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
All right.
All right.
All right, coming out. See, I didn't lose a guy that time because I had my shield. I was embarrassed by that first one. That was embarrassing. All right.
That was awesome. All right. Let's bring the camera back on you because we are nearing the end of showtime, folks. We've been pushing an hour and 40 minutes already. Usually PDubs only likes to go for an hour, but when you have an opportunity like this, it's not one to be missed. So
right.
By all means, we'll let Richie get back on camera here before we say our farewells and everything. And looks like Carl's Space Invaders is going to be our game of the week, and now we know how to play it.
Yeah. So 75-60 is our goal, P-Dubs. We got to get more than 75-60 with those tips. Otherwise, those tips didn't help us, right?
Yeah. So what did he have? He was at 75-60?
Yes. So we got.
All right.
So his tips should help us at least get to 75-60.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun to play it that way too.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm trying to get the camera mounted somewhere, but because I pulled it out, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
Now. So there.
Oh man.
I'll go from here.
Well, guys, I can't thank everyone enough for hanging out with us, especially Detroit Love. Always love hanging out with you every Sunday, brother. And then Richie, you were awesome, man. Like this
Thank
made
you.
my.
We had fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
This was great. And guys, make sure you check the links in the video description. Make sure you join the Arcade Exchange and support Richie's auction, which is coming up Sunday, April 5th at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I will be there bidding. Let's see if you guys can outbid me on stuff.
Please, a lot of good stuff. Actually, real quick, I'll show you some. Just really fast. I got stuff like this. Like here is a Donkey Kong control panel overlay. This is basically what you put the joystick on, and it's signed by Billy Mitchell right there, and a lot of different people from the Kong Off. It's signed by Steve Wiebe. It's signed by Robbie Lakeman. All of the world record holders right there. I don't know if you guys have ever. This is not for sale. I just want to show you this. I had to prove that I had one of these.
Oh wow!
Did anybody ever remember the game Cosmos?
Wow.
I don't know. I have to check it out. I don't remember it offhand. Once I see it, I might remember it.
I guarantee you won't ever hear that. You won't ever see one. We had a bet. People were talking on the forums if this game ever even existed, because if you watch the TV show That's Incredible back in the old days, this was one of the games that on That's Incredible you had to play to win the challenge. And it's really I had this game and didn't even know it was worth anything. Right now there's nobody in our community that can find that owns this game. Wow. And when I trashed it because the cabinet was wet, and I just put the board in a box and kept the marquee.
Luckily, you kept the marquee.
That's the only proof I have that I ever had a copy.
See the truth. He's got the proof, guys. He's got the
Nobody
proof.
else in the world has one. And then Marvin's Maze. This is a game too that probably nobody has.
Oh
Very
wow!
Rare game, super rare. But look, play Marvin's Maze in Maine. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, I'm going to check that out.
One of the first games by SNK.
All right, I am going to check that out.
And then the last thing to show you is the marquees. See, for every Kong Off, I have a few left. Kong Off 5, and then Kong Off 6.
Awesome.
So these are the things we'll be selling on Sunday, stuff like that.
Oh, woo! Guys, make sure you join the Arcade Exchange on Facebook. Make sure you support Richie's auction coming up here on Sunday, April 5th. All the links are in the video description below. Make sure you subscribe to Detroit Love on YouTube, as well as PDubs Arcade Loft. And we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And Richie, any final words before we cut it?
No, just thank you for letting me come on with you guys and have some fun on this Sunday, cooped up in the house. I do have a YouTube channel as well. If you want to search, just search YouTube, but I don't promote it and I don't do anything. I just every once in a while post a funny video. Me and my daughter did a rap song. We posted video for that. Just silly stuff, but I don't really promote it. But I do have a YouTube channel. You can check that out.
What is the name of it?
Just Richie Knucklez.
Okay. Make sure you guys check out Richie Knucklez on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. Detroit Love, any final thoughts or farewells?
Nope. Everybody just be safe out there. If you're going to be cooped up, play some games. Play the game of the week. And I'll have fun, guys.
Okay. You guys have a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in.
And then...
Wait. We're not doing it yet. We missed it. I missed it. It was my fault. Okay. Do it. Go ahead, Carl.
So next time, we'll all see you on the web.
Yes. Sorry.